Okay.
Oh,
And
that scared the hell out of me.
I know, I was like, what? Okay. All right, so we're gonna be talking about today's self-care and legacy. But
Okay.
prior to that, I just want to give updates. Tomorrow is Wellness Wednesday, which we're doing that at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we'll be able to just check in and see how everybody's doing. You know, people feel like they may not have a place to talk to or feel comfortable. It's perfectly a safe space where you can just come, share how you're feeling, and, you know, get insight from other people. We have a cardio workout on Thursday, this Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next Tuesday is Vegan Meals on Wheels. If you're in or near Durham, on the 29th and continuing every fourth Tuesday, there will be holistic and plant-based discussions on Zoom as well. You know, just of course, it's just us, but just be respectful of one another. And I'm like, my pen fell. But be respectful of one another. You know, freedom of speech is here. You know, just don't. All right, Carl asked for the Zoom link. I'm like, I don't know how to send the Zoom link. I just know to send. I know I sent it to you, but I don't know how to send it like on who the hell is it? I mean, who the gotta edit that out. But anyway.
Freedom of speech.
But yeah, so I'm like, how do you do? Because right, you just typed in the 983 number,
and then the password. That's it. Yeah.
All right. Yep. This is the grandma in me. I'll be like, all right, where's my bifocals at? Because I'm telling you, I'm an old lady at heart for real. But yeah, so I want to read y'all some affirmations and also this can you send me?
Oh, I'll be right back.
All right. Okay. She gonna come back. Hold on. All right. So yes, I'm gonna read some affirmations. So I don't know who that's. So I am at peace with myself. I am available. I am available. Talk about I am a valuable human being. I appreciate who I am. I value myself as a person. My future is bright. I deserve to relax. I deserve to be happy. I enjoy the present moment. I embrace my happiness. I look fondly upon my memories of the past, and my future is positive. I was like, okay, here we go. I was like, oh, what? Hey. So yeah. And now I'm like, now we're just waiting for Diamond. Where's Diamond at? Hey, Carl.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, sorry. I was like trying to figure out how I enter in the meeting situation, and I was just like,
how you doing, Carl? How's everything?
Good.
Yeah, I was like, listen, I don't know how to send the link. I don't know how to do that. All I know is like the meeting ID is this, the password is this. I got that, you know, for like an old lady. Okay, hold on. I'm about to just text Diamond. All right. While we're talking about that, I want to read something to you guys, and I wanted to get your thoughts because I was like, this is very powerful. Okay. So we're gonna kind of start with, oh, no. See, I'm all over the place. It's been a long day. I wanted to read to you guys about the card Strength, the tarot card Strength, because that's what came out for today's reading. I'm only gonna do one card today, but it said, you are stronger than you think. The Strength card is a symbol of inner fortitude, which helps us prevail in the face of life challenges. Strength is something that needs to be reinforced every day. Just as muscles need to be continuously used to maintain their power, so too does inner strength need to be exercised. Every time you act in your own best interest, despite your fears and inner weaknesses, you are developing strength. Strength is a choice. You can either buckle to what keeps you stuck and afraid, or you can choose your excellence. So it says, at what time in your life did you feel you were at your strongest? So I kind of want to start there. So at what time in your life did you feel like you was at your strongest?
Now, what type of strength is this? Like, is this physical strength, mental, spiritual?
Any type of strength, and anything that could come to mind that you felt, strong.
I'd say there's the one instance I can think of is it was back when I was playing rugby, and I won this award for one of the defensive players of the year, and it was
Nice.
like the Iron Man award. And before I accepted the award, they said this person doesn't need any introduction, and it's the person that gives out and takes the most hits on the field. And that was one of the times I felt like the strongest, you know what I mean? Because like I loved being out there and just taking off heads, you know.
That game is no joke.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it for almost 10 years.
Whew.
Rugby?
Yeah, I even played this summer too when I was in Chicago.
Wow. Wow. Go ahead, get your sweat on. Cause how about you, Sex?
Strength. I was a couple of years back trying to get into not full time, but like bodybuilding. I felt like a lot of short guys don't get the respect when it comes to bodybuilding. So I got into it and I was able to bench press 300 and something.
Oh, wow. That's impressive.
I did 4 long press. I thought I was dying, but I actually did it. And everybody in the gym, 6 feet and up, was praising me like if I was God or something. And it felt good.
I mean, that's real deal weight. Being like under 6 foot, that's not easy.
Yeah. So when I did that made me feel like, all right, I have to stop putting like a limit towards the things I can accomplish. So ever since that, anything I put my mind to, I know I can get it right. Like, for example, I got a company called OMO, and I'm putting out a fitness type of attire for people that go to the gym or just work out at home. It's called Emotional, but it's not spelled the EMO, it's OMO, my company name. And the logo is going to have like either a woman or a man emotion, like their face, printed on the clothing. So it'll be like, let's say you're feeling happy today, you could wear the emotional attire that's happy and it has a logo on it. Like, I'm gonna send you guys a sample so you can see what I mean. And I feel like that's gonna actually sell because everybody work out now. Even my grandmother works out.
Oh, grandma.
Shoot, I need to hook up with your grandma so I can do exercise.
That's right. Go, grandma.
Posting on Facebook and working out.
Yeah, exactly. So the gym gave me that strength when it comes to that path. Like, nothing can stop me now.
I like that. Definitely, to me, I always say this. Y'all know I love to eat something good, yummalicious. So being able to have better discipline and put myself to challenges of just eating one meal a day or just trying to be mindful of what I'm eating, looking at the ingredients, looking at the different recipes that I can make rather than going out, it definitely shows me like I have that inner strength of just discipline. Because having discipline is like harder than it looks. I definitely say that.
True.
And also like strength with just being mindful of what you say when you're heated.
Yes.
Right.
Like, that's something that, whoo, because you can say a lot of things that you don't mean, but because you feel some type of way, you'll say it, and then you'll have that regret.
That is true.
How about you, Diamond? What's the question was, at what time in your life did you feel you were at your strongest?
Can I go?
Yeah, go ahead. Hey, mama.
So I think I feel I was in my peak at the age of, I want to say 28, 29, and early 30s, like before 35. I felt like I was in my peak. I had everything going on. I just felt like everything was in place. Well, like now I can reflect on it. If everything wasn't in place, but at that particular time in life, I felt like everything was like on top of the world.
Nice.
Yeah. But life changes and things come and they give you curveballs and stuff like that. So you tend to fall on your face at times, but it's how you get up and how you rebounce and get it
That's
together
true.
again. And you get better. You get better at it. I mean, it doesn't feel right at that moment, but it's just, I guess, chapters of life that you have to go through.
That's true.
Mm. How would you say that you worked through that though? Like, going through those steps of feeling like you was on top of the world, then you fell down and then having to get back up. Like, that's the true inner strength right there in itself, is being able to like get to the other side. But what advice or just tips or suggestions you would say like that help you stay strong in those moments of trying to get back up?
Okay. So like in that time frame, I want to say I started doing meditation and yoga. And I used to meditate for like 15 to 20 minutes every day before I even brushed my teeth. Because I
Nice.
felt like I had to get kind of some type of zen to go into the work field that I was going into. I think it was just consuming me. And then throughout, I want to say my late 30s, it was more family support. Sometimes you need just that support with people, just with words. Sometimes you just need to hear something to make you trigger out of that depression or that anxiety. So it depends on your support system. And then I did reach out for counseling. I started going to counseling. So there are different tools, but sometimes, the depending on how we are raised, sometimes going to counseling is a taboo, or, you don't need to speak to nobody, you're strong, or you shake it off, you don't need to be feeling that way. Those words come from people that really don't understand where you're coming from.
I agree.
And sometimes we, as humans, we forget to be empathetic and compassionate with each other, because we hurt each other so much and we already hurt. So
It's true.
so yeah, so I guess just different tools. Like if you have a support system like this group right here, this is great. Everyone can talk about each other, how they feel. There's no judgment. And you never know, maybe one of us has been there or going through it right now, and it's good to know that you have that support, you have that bond with someone, that when you don't feel like you want to get up and face the world, that at least you can reach out to somebody, and that someone can be like, okay, I got you, what you need, or do you need me to call you? Do you need to talk? Do you need to cry? Do you need to listen to music? Like, what can I do for you? Because I am here for you. So those are the things that I feel like those are tools that we sometimes are not raised to have them.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's different chapters in life and different ways to handle things, and you just take those tools and you put it in your toolbox. And whenever you go through the situations, trust me, I go through my moments too with my chronic depression and my anxiety. And I have my bad days and I have my good days. But on my bad days, when I feel like I'm going to that rabbit hole, what do? I text my family. I have a group text, and I reach out and I say, I'm feeling da 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 da. I'm just reaching out. And whatever text comes through, my family, sometimes they think that it's just words. No. Those are good golden gems that they throw at me, because it makes me feel like I gotta lift up. I gotta get up from that hole.
True.
So yeah.
Words are powerful.
Yeah.
Yes, they are very powerful. And I'm learning that now, that you have to be careful what you say out your mouth.
Abracadabra.
That is true.
That's true.
Hence why I got jailed on IG.
Oh.
Oh, that escalated quickly.
No.
Yeah, I shared a fact and I got reported because all I said was that the original Jews are Black people. and this person didn't like that and reported me.
Well, the language is very important, and the
agree.
phrasing is very tricky.
Yes.
I
So
agree.
depending on the phrasing that you use can imply a certain type of message, you know.
Yeah.
So I would have maybe chose the word Hebrew or Israelite instead, you know,
True.
because there's a direct correlation to the different phrasing that's used
Okay.
and
Yeah.
ethnic origins. So,
That's true.
but it do be like that. IG be tossing people into jail. They flag me on a regular basis and let me know I'm close. They're like, hey, keep it up. Keep it up. We've been watching what you're sharing.
That's all right. Jail is temporary.
Anybody else want to say what was their strongest moment when they felt stronger to the other people? Diamond, Ahmad.
Chirp, chirp, chirp.
Oh.
I think we should have.
What's the
Okay, she's
question?
gone.
Okay, hey baby.
Hey, yeah.
At what time in your life did you feel you were at your strongest?
Mm,
You
I
have to
would
have vegan
say,
nugget.
um, I would say starting my poetry journey and diving into like the vegan lifestyle, like getting to know like different foods, qualities, and to like try to explore my palate instead of like holding back. Um, yeah, shout out to the vegan nuggets. Some things are dope. Um, so yeah, I would say that was my strongest.
I love that. Definitely shout out to you bringing that poetry to Instagram. You know, it definitely takes courage to share your art for sure.
So, and shout out to y'all because y'all know I wouldn't. Y'all know I would have been doing no vegan stuff, no fasting. Like, listen, if it wasn't for them, I don't think I would have got through it. So it's like the teamwork and the people that push you and motivate you. But now it's like I can't even say like F vegans anymore because it's like I'm doing it. So it's like I'm glad that I am like consistent, even though I cheat some days, chicken nugget.
I
But
disagree with you on that.
Labels can be tricky. All right, so just do what works for you.
That's
I
right.
disagree with that.
True.
You say thanks to us. It's 95% you, because we can give you a
Yes.
little push, but it
Yes.
takes
Yeah.
that courage and straight from you. So that's all you, not us.
That's true. That's true.
So we
That's
proud
it.
of
And I
you.
can
We're proud of you.
Proud
Yeah,
of
well,
you.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
thank you. Thank you. And I can even say like during my October vegan challenge that I created, um, it was easy because it was like I already know what I wanted to eat, and doing through the whole journey in October, I was very proud. I only cheat twice, and
Nice.
Maybe call it a
and
reward.
but I
Yeah, I
only cheat
agree.
on like special days.
I
So,
like that.
You reward yourself
so
on special days. That's
yeah, so I had to cheat. Yeah, on special days I cheat, but I double my days so I could finish it. But yeah, I was very happy how my body was, and like my body was like, oh, okay, I'm putting the plants in. I ain't eating no meat, and then
that's the
I'm
plan.
doing it again. I'm doing it again in November. So
Nice.
so it's like it's a journey, and like I really want to like stop with the meat. So my goal is to do it to the 30th of November, and I'm only gonna be cheating on Thanksgiving. But during this whole week, I've been eating like plant based.
Nice.
Listen, we gotta do a fast before Thanksgiving, y'all. We
Come
gotta
on.
That might be scary. That
Oh,
might be
I'm gonna have to
scary.
pray on that one.
No, you have to do that after Thanksgiving because you want to
Yes.
flush all that out.
There's
I agree.
leftovers. There's leftovers after Thanksgiving. People
So
want to eat
yeah,
the leftovers.
Yeah,
so
especially if you got that
it's
goddamn
best to do it
festival
after.
and
Well, after the week of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, after the week, yeah, to release all that toxin and nastiness.
All right, so the 28th.
I'm down.
All right, I'm gonna put that down.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah.
Wait a
I don't
minute.
know. I gotta work on that one.
Yeah,
I
well, if
don't
you
know
hear
about that
stories
one.
a werewolf broke out in Connecticut, it's going to be because I did a 3-day fast before that.
I gotta meditate and pray on that one.
Listen, bring your strongest prayer, your strongest meditation to that fast. Because we
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm gonna mess around and break into a grocery store at midnight.
listen.
Yeah, that last one was scary. That last one, I was just like, I just want
I know
crunch. I just want to
this week
crunch
gonna be
on
a cheat
something.
day. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh
Like,
man. I
Because
don't
like
know.
we got a festival. We got a festival this weekend. So I know
Oh
I'm a
yeah,
cheat.
Food Truck City. Mm.
Listen,
Oh yum.
I was very proud of everybody that did that fast for real because it was definitely difficult. It definitely was, that's when the best food comes in. Everything is smelling good, everything is good. I'm like, wait a minute. So and just speaking
Yeah, they got me. They got me on that fast. I ain't gonna lie.
and just speaking briefly real quick on just a lot of people just saying, the teamwork, the positivity, the community. This says, this is the greatest work that kindness does to others, that it makes them kind to themselves. So I just want to ask you guys, what was the last kind thing someone did for you and how did it make you more kind?
I'm gonna start.
All right. Okay.
I want to say Saturday that just passed was my first cookout for my birthday in November. So that made me real special. I felt God blessed me with the nice summertime and I had my family with me. It was beautiful. So that was my moment.
Nice.
Awesome moment.
Okay. I love that.
And then
I would definitely say for me, it's just when, people just say people just spread love within themselves and just say something beautiful just about the day or just about the work that I put for just helping the community. That always just makes me feel good. I don't always look for validation or anything, but when people just do that out of the blue, I'm like, oh, let me continue doing what I'm doing. You just got me. I just get so, But it just makes me want to go out there. Now I'm telling everybody they beautiful. Actually, I'm just out there listen, I feel like when she's like, you get a car, I can't give you cars, but I'm gonna give you compliments,
That's right.
That always just makes me just feel just this was years ago, but there was a time that I needed gas for my car and I did not have money. I did not have, and I promise you, I thought I had money, but my card, it was just I didn't have money. And it was so embarrassing going, swiping, putting the pin and it's not working. And this was just the higher power. Somebody came in and was like, whatever she want, I'm paying for it. And I just looked
Wow.
And he paid for it. And I was just thank you so much. Because I really didn't have money. I was an hour and 30 minutes from the house. I didn't know how I was going to get home.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And, just like that. So then I had to pay for it. I was like, okay, what can I do to just, pay for it? And it's just moments like that. That moment I remember, hope to see that person again, but yeah.
That's nice. That's nice.
For me, I'm simple. Like my birthday passed in October. Just getting happy birthday is enough for me. It's like you take the time out your day, even if it's a minute, just to write to me or to text me or call me like, listen, happy birthday. That made me feel good because it made me feel like, okay, you thought about me for that moment. Just to stop what you're doing and say something to me. That fills me up with joy. It's like, okay, there's still hope for humanity. And I appreciate
That's true.
That.
Yep. I feel
you on that. It's crazy because I got the love from you guys and nothing from my family and friends.
Oh, wow.
So these people I grew up with 25 years plus, they didn't write to me until they saw me in the street a week later. Like, oh, happy belated, bro.
Oh, wow.
Like, right, thanks. But you guys, I hardly know. Over the internet, y'all show me more love than that. So those little things, like I said, counts for me. I don't care about money. I don't care about gifts, nothing like that. Just taking your time for a minute to say happy birthday to me means a lot to me.
Yes.
I agree. Definitely. And it be like that. Sometimes your family and friends that you think of, you know, strangers would do more for you
I
than
agree.
others. Yeah.
That's true.
No, that's real.
How about you, Carl? When was
Well, hearing actually Six's story just then reminded me of something that happened for me that was probably like, the question was like a moment that like fills you with gratitude, or like that you're like reminded you how thankful
yeah,
Yeah.
what was
you
the
were.
last kind thing someone did for you, and then how did it make you feel? How did it make you more kind?
Well, it's an interesting one. So the one I'll use then is so I was at Starbucks like over the weekend, and I have like OCD, like pretty crazy OCD, because like I'm partially colorblind. So it's very easy for me to lose things just with like the way the world is set up. So I went to Starbucks and I caught myself about to pull my wallet out to pay for my drink, and my card wasn't actually in my wallet. And I was just like, it was in the other car I was driving, and I was just like, oh yeah, my bad. I totally wouldn't have been in line if I had known that information. And the guy behind me was like, oh, I'll pay for your drink, bro. And I was like,
Wow.
nah, it's cool. You don't got to. Like, it's the checking in the savings. Like, my car ain't here. Like, I probably just didn't even need Starbucks. And he's like, no, I got it. And I was like, all right. And they also just like made the drink for me and took care of it. So I was like, all right, cool.
Wow.
But that also reminded, because I do that a lot for people. So that was one of the first times that it came back around to me so quickly. Because like I'm usually that guy, like if I'm in line, I'll sometimes buy like the drinks for everyone in line, or I'll buy the drinks for like a group of people that's in front of me, or some kids or stuff like that. So, or people at the grocery store, they don't have enough money for groceries. I'll do stuff like that. Or like if I see a single mom, I'll try to pay for her groceries. So like when stuff like that happens for me, it just makes me want to keep doing stuff like that even more. Because like for me, I would love to be able to go in a grocery store and just swipe for everybody. Just like,
I
oh yeah,
agree.
just here's my card, just swipe it for the next 4 hours. And happy holidays, everybody. I'm out.
That's nice. I would love to
I
do that.
agree. Yes.
Yeah.
So that actually reminds me, I might actually do that these holidays, because I'm in a little bit of a better position, and it's something I've been wanting to do. So I may just during the holidays go to certain grocery stores and just pick out some people and just pay for their groceries. Hopefully that'll be okay. But because those type of gestures really impact people.
Yeah,
even
and
little
that's a
ones.
blessing. You're right there. You just by your words, you said you're in a much better place right now, and you just want to bless people. That's blessings. Blessings on top of blessings on you.
Yeah, it's something my dad used to say to me when I was younger. He was like, if you get blessed, you always got to keep your other hand open and continue to share those blessings, because like you're not supposed to close your hand when you're blessed, because that makes the blessing stop.
Yep.
So like
Agreed.
that's why I try to always, no matter how much I got going on, try to always keep my hands open to keep blessing, and try to be as like selfless as possible.
Beautiful.
I want to add on to that. This happened to me last month. I was in a Dunkin' Donuts, and there was I don't want to say, let me see how I'm gonna say this. There was this man who his preference was men, right?
Okay.
And I guess he cut himself, and nobody wanted to help him. I don't know if because they assume, the stereotype where,
Yes.
So I helped him, and I paid for his food. It's
Okay.
funny, that same week he worked near a hospital where I live at. Right?
Oh.
And I went to go order some type of food from the hospital, and it was fully paid for. The order was like $60 something.
Whoa.
Oh wow.
And the lady told me, oh, it's fully paid for. Some guy paid for it. I'm like, who? I don't know nobody here in the hospital. And she's like, yeah, it was this guy. So when I seen his face, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, really?
Oh
He goes, yeah, thank you. You
Wow.
helped me when, he said, you was there for me when nobody wanted to be there for me. When I was a little bleeding, you was there for me. So I
Wow.
appreciate that. Yep. I was like, wow.
Wow.
Look at God.
Yeah,
Nice.
that matters. That type of stuff is impactful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was shocked. I was like, wow, thank you. I appreciate that.
That's nice.
I love that. This story is
Yeah,
like,
shout out to all the cab drivers that helped me get home back in the day. Yeah.
Word.
The real ones know what's up.
Word. That's true.
Especially those New York late nights, you know.
Woo! Tell me about it.
yeah. Mm.
You don't even
Yeah.
know your address. You don't even know how you
Yep.
got home.
It's like allegedly I paid for the cab. Somehow I got home. You know what I
That's
mean? Angels come in many forms. So
Yeah, lucky. I slept
Absolutely.
on the bench.
Oh,
Mm.
no. You're
oh
Wow.
wow.
right.
Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't. I
wow.
didn't get that look.
Yeah, wow. Wow.
I thought I got into the cab, but woke up on the bench, nice and stretched out. Like, oh, okay,
Wow.
I'm
That
going
was
about my
a good
business.
Listen, a story I'll tell you offline. I fell asleep on a mailbox in
Oh,
Fenway
wow.
Park. So it'd be like that sometimes, you know?
Y'all was at Airbnbs before it was Airbnb. All right.
Yeah,
Basically.
Airbnb didn't exist then. You know what I mean? It was the streets got you.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
I had a moment of bench night too. Because sometimes you think you're moving, but you're not.
Yeah.
Mm.
You think you're awake until you open your eyelids, you know?
Yes. Talking about, wait a minute, I didn't move? Oh man.
Woo.
Oh man.
But did everyone go though? Did everyone
Yeah,
share?
Ahmad, Diamond, y'all want to add anything to that? You know, as we be talking for 1,000 years.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Or at
Yeah, I
least
got
59
something.
minutes.
All right, pretty lady.
What was the last thing that was nice?
So, okay.
That's a good one. So I had a feature last Wednesday, and before I did the feature, I said I was like nervous, and this gentleman, he wrote me in my DM and was like, "Your words is powerful, and don't worry about the nerves because whatever comes out of your mouth, it's a gift from God."
Mm.
And I was like, thank you. I was like, that was the nicest thing to like release my nerves. And when I
Mhm.
got onto the Zoom, when I got onto the I had two actually. One on Zoom and one on IG. So the one on IG, like I could hear him saying it in my ear. And like when I started spitting my poetry and stuff, I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, thank you, okay. And then ever since then, like me and him was like friends. And he was he
Mm.
was a
So
poet, so
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
so
you didn't even know it.
Yeah.
yeah. And he was vegan too. So I was like, oh
Oh,
Lord.
okay.
Okay.
So yep. So yeah.
That's a
Sounds like a
sign.
nice man.
Sounds like, yeah,
Yeah,
nice connection.
he was very nice and generous.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you
We the
blushing?
same age. Um and
Diamond is blushing?
I mean
Okay.
he was very nice. Like we was really getting to know each
Mm-hmm.
other.
How we gonna see her blushing? She's not on camera.
You could
Oh
tell
yeah,
by
I
her
am. Yeah.
voice.
You can
Si-
hear it. You can hear the
yeah, six
blushing.
Yep.
stands for a sixth sense.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
It's all
I
right,
mean,
See,
yeah,
Diamond.
that's a
That's okay.
hold
I
up,
was
Carl.
blushing. I
Carl,
ain't gonna lie.
that was a good one. I
Uh,
like
I
that.
ain't
I'm
gonna
gonna
lie.
start using that.
I was blushing. I told him that but I like our conversation and I like where it's going
Oh,
and
All
ever since
right,
oh,
player,
and I just
player.
told him I said let
oh.
oh
us
my
I
God.
said I
It's a
mean
vegan date?
And maybe some vegan nuggets over some candlelight.
I mean
That's funny.
I mean like so far I've been talking to him for a week and everything is pretty good. He's a personal chef.
I gotta meet him first. You know,
Um
I'm the bodyguard.
That's right. That's
so
right.
oh yeah and Six is the bodyguard.
That's
Well
Six
right.
Chicken
gonna
Nugget's
make
the
him leave.
bodyguard.
Uh-uh.
But yeah, like
Right.
so far it was good. He messaged me today, told me good morning, beautiful, have a lovely day.
Oh.
Um, so it's like I don't know. I feel like I'm feeling him versus versus the other guy I've been talking to be honest.
What? Oh,
Oh,
That's
that's
right.
a lot.
it's
That's a
Choices.
lot
a
of.
love
You got choices.
Pythagorean. Okay,
You
That's a
got
Listen,
lot of chicken nuggets you
choices.
gotta buy.
a lot of
Yeah,
chicken nuggets.
I can say
better use that coupon, buy one, get one free. It's fine.
You
I
guys
can
are
say
crazy.
since I haven't been really talking to Liam like that.
Oh,
Oh, that's his
Liam,
name.
if you're there, log off,
It
Liam.
been kind of.
Uh-oh.
I was talking to him, so it's like I'm like okay, and I even told him I said I'm
Using
willing to
voice.
take it slow and see where it goes.
Okay.
Shout out
So
to
he's trying to
love.
be
To
worth half a
protect
nugget. That's
their
crazy.
anonymity. Let's who
Mm.
knows what the name of Liam is. Let's use code words. Let's use code names maybe
Shout out
to
to
protect.
love.
Shout it
Yeah,
out.
love triangles.
Shout out.
But the thing about this, he's not even a Pisces. That's what's
Listen,
strange.
listen.
Is he supposed to be?
Wait, yeah, you just like Pisces?
I mean, no, but I had like an experience with a Leo, but he was just.
This is for Wellness Wednesday. We're gonna get on this tomorrow when we talk about
Yeah,
he was something else.
we
But
focusing on
Okay, Diamond, you got
discussions outside of the loving.
we might need to have a part 2 to this
yeah.
call, like offline. You
That's
know,
fine.
Yeah, because you're talking about a lot of nuggets there. That's
yeah,
That's
it's
a lot
getting.
of nuggets.
Listen, we're gonna jump into legacy because I see time is
Okay.
moving. What? So I want to read a quote with you guys, and then I want y'all to, let me know what y'all think. It says, "Achievement comes to someone when he is able to do great things for himself. Success comes when he develops leaders to do great things for him. But a legacy is created only when a person puts his organization into the position to do great things without him." So I want to get, what y'all thought about that and what legacy looks like to y'all.
That's self-explanatory. Jesus Christ. It gave us the answer on its own.
But I want to hear from you.
Legacy for me is leaving something. It's leaving something for my children to build with, to either take over or run, but something that my children can flourish with. I don't want to just live. I just don't want to. I don't think that's legacy. I think that's just living. But legacy is just building a foundation, and it's just something that that your children will be okay with, with food, shelter, whatever the case may be, but let them build it greater than how you left it.
True.
That's what I think.
To me, it's funny because legacy was definitely always like to first things, like how she said, like the first thing is just like, okay, I gotta leave it, I gotta leave something. But I was sitting there thinking about my grandma, and I was like, if I could take anything from what she left me, was loving others. And that's definitely something that I just want to continue to leave, like whether it's in my own family or my community, it's just love, like, because that's what helps me push. Like even when I don't want to do stuff, even when I feel like I can't do it, it's just like I love people, I love my animals, I love feeling good about myself so I can help others. It's just like that's one thing. But of course, I mean, I do listen, I want to farm, y'all. I'm putting that in the universe because I do want to farm because I want to farm for myself, but I do want to farm
It's on the way.
veggies and
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So I can leave it on for the next generations to come. But it's definitely the most important thing for me is like love yourself so you can love others. It's like that's the legacy.
That's true.
True.
To add on to those, I agree with y'all. For me, I want to leave like a balanced type of legacy for my kids in the future. Like I want them to be able to understand and differentiate love, hate. Of course, business-wise, yes, I want to leave them my company. Hopefully they could just carry that on from generation to generation. But I want them to understand like the world is not nice. But at the same time, don't give out that same negative energy because all you're gonna get is bad karma.
Right.
Show love. Make sure you're alert from the people that's not positive.
Mm-hmm.
And I want him and her to learn to collab with his or her community. Like, for example, have y'all seen Carl's art? Amazing.
Woo
Well,
woo.
Amazing.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah, real quick. So, like, remember I told you guys earlier that I want to do fitness clothing called Emotional, right?
Right.
And I'm going to start that in 2023 in the beginning, but I'm going to talk with Carl, and maybe he could be the one to design the emotional designs. You know what I'm saying? We're going to
In the universe, put it up in the universe.
Exactly.
All right, listen here.
Okay, guys.
I'm only be designing for people on this panel. I eventually got to close down these commissions because you know I stay getting DMs about all types of projects. You know, people want to do TV shows, people draw children's books, but I'm into this, and also Miss Diamond and I are going to be collabing and cooking as well.
Let's go.
Listen.
Okay,
yeah,
if you guys need a
low-key.
test taster, I am here. I am here to test the food, the clothes,
Well,
everything.
I will. As you said, taste. I'm gonna use this as a moment to shamelessly plug Yolanda and her incredible culinary abilities because she blessed me with this vegan care package that was elite. I even shared the coquito with my mom's, and she was just like, "Oh wow, that's good." I was like, "Give it back." All right, that's.
You know what's crazy, bro? I'm ordering another order of coquito because I had that same package. The oatmeal.
It's so crazy you say that. It's so crazy. Me too.
Listen. The vegan treats was me, but the coquito is that pretty lady talking.
Me.
Yeah, that coquito is crazy.
That's who
we found the source.
Coquito.
We found the source. Dale.
I've never had a vegan coquito in my life. That was the first one.
Okay, I just made it kind of a little light. Didn't want to mess everybody's tummy.
That
with
was light.
Rum.
That was like what?
All right. I it was good.
I thought I was talking to Jesus after that.
Throwing slug. Yeah, she's throwing haymakers. She's like, "Oh, that's light." I was like, "Those are not jabs." What? That was like a double or a triple.
Wow.
Yeah, that was what?
Okay.
I'm like, I need a glass of this and I need a subscription. That's what I need.
Listen, she told me to taste it to see if it was strong. To me, it wasn't strong. Okay, so we have to put a little
great.
Y'all are built different. That's what I'll say. But keep that same energy because y'all right. You know what I mean?
I normally drink the coquito with some Hennessy.
See, all right, we got to have a conversation about that because that's just not safe for me. There's like, medical reasons I can't do that.
Okay,
but I definitely let me know how that is. That sounds just out of pocket for me. So.
Yeah, it's so delicious.
Yeah, with Henny. Oh my God, that's
I can't cross the streams like that.
Ooh, Diamond, you put Henny with the Bacardi?
Yep.
You mixing light and dark?
Girlfriend. Wow. You go ahead with your liver. Mm-hmm.
you go ahead with
some vegan nuggets might be lit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That thing was slamming.
Some honey mustard. Let's go.
Listen, do you?
I haven't mixed light and dark since freshman year of college, and I'm gonna stay.
Oh wow!
I was right there with that. Oh no!
I can't do stuff like that no more. Oof.
But I'm definitely for sure down to collab. Just for the record,
it'll be in 2023 because I want to make sure I can order the business side correct. I don't want to get sued by nobody, so I like to get the business side first handled. Yeah,
that's right.
Sometimes getting the cease and desist letters to put hair in your chest. I got one from New Balance way back in the day.
Oh man,
I don't want that.
Yeah, fun story. I'll share with you later.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I want to pass down to my future kids. Is that learn to collaborate with your community.
Oh, I thought it was the hair on your chest. So I was like, wait, what?
Oh, I don't have that. I wish.
Crazy. Hey yo.
I was like, wait, what? That's not my bad, y'all. That's my Okay, so passing on legacy to future generations, how do you prepare for that? Because you know how sometimes you may have so much to pass on, or if you look at businesses or corporations that they have kids and then they take over, but then everything falls apart or just, you know, diminishes. Or how do you prepare yourself to pass on that future legacy that you may have without your kids maybe being spoiled or, you know, having to put in that work too? Like, what y'all think about
Well, you teach them when they're young. You know, as they grow up, you gotta let them know the value of money. You gotta let them know how business is. You know, you cannot. Let's explain this. Let's say I own a business and I'm a millionaire and I have a daughter. I'm not gonna, even though she's my princess, I'm not gonna spoil her in a way where she's gonna go out there and be a bully to others because they're less fortunate and she has money. She doesn't have to work. She can just get up and boom, daddy, let me get your credit card. No, I want to teach her how to build her credit, how to understand the business side of things. So when I do leave the property or the business to her, she'll know where to go or the fate of the company. Not to just throw it out there and then, hey, I'm rich, and then go broke in 2 years. And now she coming back to daddy, hey, daddy, I'm already 85. I can't help you. There's nothing I can do.
Right.
So it's good to start from young, you know, teach them how to, like I said, build their credit, how to handle certain things, and not to get a desist letter.
Well, one thing for myself is for like growing up, I'm from a family that like lived off of the land. I'm indigenous and Caribbean. You know, Six and I talk about that. You know, shout out to Arawak people. So like in that preparation for me, it would be around like teaching the kids about the land and teaching the family about like the resources that this planet abundantly has to offer, you know, and also, you know, really a spiritual aspect, because I want them to be spiritually rich before anything else, you know. And like the other part of it is like my grandparents, they showed our family a really great like workflow that I try to share with a lot of people, but they had a strategy, an investment strategy that worked really well, where they invested all of my grandfather's income and lived off of my grandmother's income. So compound that over like 50 years, and that turns into a pretty out of control estate, especially when you start investing in like the 1930s, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like stuff like that that is part of the preparation that I want to pass down, is like not just giving them a money or business, but a whole overall lifestyle that I can give them of just no stress. Like I just want my kids to have a no stress lifestyle and be able to chase their dreams at the same time, you know, in whatever shape or form that looks like. And just my family in general, you know, because like us Caribbean people that come to the States, we also have a responsibility of creating a little bit of a pathway for our family overseas that doesn't have the same opportunities that we have, you know, which is important.
True.
Wow.
That is true.
For me, I think I'm writing everything that I think is important for my children. I always tell my daughter and I always tell my son, when I pass away, look through my books and my journals, because there's going to be gems in there that maybe they're going through a moment. And if they open the journal, they might see my words that at that particular day in that journal, I was going through the same emotion they were feeling, right? At that particular moment. Or they don't know how to flip $5 to make, you know, a 20, and go into another journal and, you know, and this is what happened to me today, but I did this and it came and it flourished for me. And maybe they can go, you know, and just read. So I write a lot. I have a lot of my journals still saved. And it's fun to go through some certain things because you see how much you have grown and how much you have gone through. And sometimes you tend to forget certain things to show or to express to your children, like what you just said about knowing, you know, you're gonna have your princess, you're gonna give her money to go shopping with your car, but at the same time, it's like you're gonna let her know that you worked hard for that money, and you're gonna let her know where you came from, because you know you wasn't born with money, you know.
Right.
So that's really important too. So for me, is the writing.
Good.
A major key right there.
Yeah.
how about like, you know how you said like it's a lifestyle, you know, growing off of the land and stuff like that. Like, how would you prepare your child for the outside world, you know, with social media? And then, because I always joke around like, and I remember the days that I had the where you at the next cell, you know, like, and you can't
Oh,
after 7 and it's a flip phone, and you know, listen, Motorola and all of that, like, gotta text. I'm like 20 times, you know, with one button, you know. But those are the moments that I cherish, like not having a phone, then finally getting a phone. And you know, like now kids are so afraid to be bullied about stuff like that, or maybe having the fly stuff on or stuff like so. Like, I think that I never personally lived off of the land, like had a farm or anything like that. But I think that is such a beautiful thing that I would love to include in my legacy. So how did you like did you have to go through that, like with maybe not having the most up-to-date technology and
What me?
yeah.
Well, and this is a conversation for another time, and I probably mentioned this on previous discussions that we've had like this, but I also went to Scientology school for most of my life.
Yes. Yeah.
So it was that, and I was homeschooled, and like we had like a full at my grandparents' house, like a full produce department in the backyard, strawberries, blueberries, like pears,
Wow.
everything. So if I was hungry, they were like, my grandma was like, go outside. And I was like, I don't want, it got to the point where I was like, I don't want fruit. And my dad used to be like, how come you never want to eat fruit and vegetables? I was like, I don't even want to talk about it. But it's just like, I get held in this place where it's like, that's all I'm allowed to consume. It's terrible. But it gave me perspective. And like, also the great thing is as I got older, I was more aware about how to pick healthier, just like food, you know. I was already eating at default like junk food that was like what people like condition themselves to eat when they were trying to be healthy, you know. I was just eating like just OD more food, you know, like when I was. But I would say as far as how I would condition them was I'd kind of take the approach that a lot of celebrities and people in the entertainment industry take, where they give their kids like very curated and controlled access to content, you know, because like the thing I see with a lot of the shows like Pepper Pig and all these other shows that kids get overly exposed to it, they start acting like these characters, you know.
Right.
And there's a lot of bad habits and trends out there. I'm definitely for sure not trying to see my kids doing some TikTok dance, you know, on a phone that I pay for. I'm like, yeah, that's not happening. If that's why you wanted a phone just to record you in public doing dances, that's not it. So I want them to know like kind of how to use the phone in like a healthy way, you know. So like, but it's tough because this generation's evolving and this world is growing, you know. So how we perceive the nuances of a phone now, 10 years from now, will be like, oh well, everyone's got the chip, don't you? And it's like, I'm old school. I like having my stuff, you know, tactile. I don't need that fancy stuff, you know.
The chip. First of all, shout out to that fedora that you got on, girl. Ow.
What? I have to come borrow that.
I was like, that's fire. That's fire. Ow, you guys are back.
Yeah. She pulled
That's
up with
that
the
Liam
grand
look.
slam in the fourth quarter.
That's right.
That's the Liam.
That's right.
Yeah, I just got this hat.
I
Yeah,
love
you
it.
got it for Liam. I know.
Oh, snaps.
That's that rock.
Right.
Security's
For
asking
sure.
questions.
Yeah, but I definitely do agree. Time is changing. It's I feel like an old lady. I don't even know. I still have an iPhone that got the button, so I don't know how to even use the phone without the
wow.
button. Okay.
You sure it's not an iPod?
Listen, it might be the iPod mini, all right? All right? All right?
That's right.
No, listen, I hear you. I used to use dial-up. I feel like a dinosaur too. You know, kids today will never like hear that sound. That sounds terrible. You know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was the last generation of beeper, man. I remember I had a beeper.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I felt like I was the shit. I got a beeper. Yeah, you're not better than me. And then after that year was up, Verizon came out with some big ass phone. I'm like, come on, you gotta be. I can't afford that.
At least you had a moment.
Yeah, I had the beeper for a year. I was excited.
I'm about to age myself because I had a two-way pager.
I was
Me
just
too.
gonna bring
I had the blue one. The blue two-way pager.
I remember the blue one.
Yeah,
so y'all out here balling. Actually, we talk about generational wealth, and y'all out here with plug
Balling.
act.
You know how I got
This is
that?
legacy right there.
I
This is legacy.
Listen,
I got
when you're
that
like,
by
when you're a mixture of Harlem and the BX is a little hard,
yeah. Yep.
Heard you.
But y'all two-way beef was getting tight. Like,
That
no.
two-way was fire back in the days.
That's
Wow.
mad funny.
That's crazy. And shoot, right now I have an iPhone. I want to go back to a flip phone. I don't like phones.
Yeah, you say that until you need to take a picture for evidence, and you're like,
Yep.
you're
That is
like,
true.
this one pixel camera just came for me.
Oh my goodness, I ain't think about that way, but okay.
Well, my
Wait,
beautiful people.
yeah, I was just gonna say, Grandma got to sign off.
Yeah, because I got a dog walk that I gotta finish, and then I'm taking my behind to bed. But I just want to say I truly do appreciate you guys for tuning in. And then this one with 2 phones. Go ahead, Shorty Rock. But you know what? That's for one guy and that's for the other guy. We ain't gonna say nothing.
She's like, we
True.
talk about flexing. What we talking about?
I know she like, what you talk about, Jolanda? You got the one with the button.
Yeah.
Let me show you what this really like.
These are just my poetry phones. I got 2 more behind me.
Yeah, like that's it. No, but
I mean, I got like the one I'm talking on. Then I got this is the 14. This the
Damn,
14.
excuse me.
I just
Yeah.
realized she was on Zoom on a separate phone. Oh my gosh.
yeah,
Yeah,
$1.
Yeah,
Let
and
me hold
then
a
this
dollar.
is the 13. This the
Oh
new,
my
this the new
goodness.
iPhone.
She just pulled up with spinning
I'm
rims.
scared of diamond.
Yeah, so
All
this
right,
the new,
I
and
might
then
need
I
to
got
get
an
off
iPad.
this.
Listen,
Oh my
tomorrow, Wellness Wednesday, if you guys want to join, it's at 7 p.m. It's the same information to sign in where we're just checking in on each other's week just to make sure you guys are okay. It's personal space, it's a public space, just setting that nobody is judging. We giggles and everything like that. So definitely, if y'all can. And listen, Carl, you're the only one that hasn't made it to the workout on a Thursday.
Whoa! I work out daily.
No,
I work out daily.
Listen, go ahead, pump it up.
I feel pressure. I feel pressure right now from you to participate in this workout thing. All right. Maybe the workouts y'all do aren't good for my body. I have like really specific joints.
Listen,
I'm gonna use that.
The specific joints we got. You can sit down, you can stand, you can just
It's a
meditate.
vegan workout.
You can have a camera off, to have the camera on. It's peace, love, and harmony. As long as you was there, the support is real. I appreciate it. If you know, it's all right. If you can't make it, you can't make it. It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna still send it to you, just just in case.
Oh my god!
But all right,
sweating on a video cam.
All right, I appreciate you guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and if you can tomorrow for Wellness Wednesday, that would be awesome. If you can't, I understand. Until next time, guys.
Bye.
Sounds good. Appreciate y'all.
Bye. I'll be
Later.
there.